Hey guys, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new episode of my weekly gaming playlist series. We've made it to Friday again, so it's time for me to go over the games I played this week, share my thoughts and opinions with them with you guys, let you guys know if I think you should check them out. Of course, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts as well. If you've played any of the games I shared with you today, let me know about them. Maybe there's something you liked about them, maybe there's something you weren't too impressed about. Love to hear about it. I'd also like to hear about the games you guys are playing, as that gives me ideas and new games to play and experience. I do appreciate everyone who's been sharing with me each week in these episodes, as it's got my interest peaked in a lot of different games. So appreciate that, guys. Keep sharing them with me. Love hearing about the games you guys are playing. And if you have a recommendation on a game you think I might enjoy, let me know, as I'm always looking for new games to play and experience. I play a wide variety of genres and a wide variety of consoles. I play stuff on Atari all the way up to 9th gen on my Xbox Series X, and anything in between, handhelds as well. So if you guys have any suggestion on a game you think I might enjoy, let me know, as I have picked up quite a few titles thanks to your guys' suggestions over the years. So please keep those coming. Always enjoy them. So this week I've got two games to share with you guys, and they're both for the Xbox 360. I've been on an Xbox 360 kick this past month. Just really wanted to play some 360 games, and I got two great ones here. Now, this first one is one that I started playing last week, and that is Spec Ops: The Line, which is a great game on Xbox 360. Now, it was released on PlayStation 3 and the PC. However, this game has been delisted digitally from all the platforms now, which sucks. So the only way to play it is if you have a physical copy, or you already downloaded the digital copy. You cannot buy it digitally anymore from any of the marketplaces, as it has been delisted at the end of January, which really sucks. It has driven the price of this game up really high. It was up to like $150 and $200, but after a few days the game actually stabilized. And now for the 360 copies, it hovers about $40 to $80 in that range. I would still wait, if you really want to get this physically, for a few months. Wait till the prices finally calm down and go back to a reasonable price, because this used to be a $5 game back in the beginning of this year. So it's just people trying to take advantage of the news of it being delisted. So if you really would like to play this game, I recommend waiting till it drops down in price, or if you can find it cheap like I did. But it's really cool. This is a third-person shooter. It plays a lot like Gears of War. It has a really good story, too. I really love the story. It's dark. I don't want to get into too much detail, because it would kind of ruin the story for you. I just want you guys to play and experience for yourself. But I really enjoyed it. It has good music. It's got great visuals. It works really well on the Xbox Series X. I had no issues at all. It loads really fast. And I just really enjoyed the game and the story. Definitely one you guys should check out, though. So let's check out Spec Ops: The Line. Alright, guys, we're taking our final look at Spec Ops: The Line. This is an amazing third-person cover-based shooter. It plays very similar to Gears of War, so if you played that series, you definitely feel right at home with the control scheme. It's got fantastic graphics, it's got great music, and it has a really awesome story, but it is a very dark story. It's something that I have not seen in military shooter type of games, which is something that that they were going for, and I really appreciate it. Really glad that I got a chance to experience this. It's an amazing game that you should definitely play if you get a chance to. Sadly, it has been delisted from all marketplaces because of licensing issues that expired, so you can only get it now physically. And it is backwards compatible on the Xbox One and Series X, which I'm playing on my Series X here. Get it here to load up. I did beat the game. It took a little over 5 hours, so it's about a 5 to 6 hour game. So, it doesn't overstay its welcome, but you do get enough content in the game to play. Sadly, all the DLC has been eliminated as well, and one of the DLCs was actually a cooperative mode that they added, so I'm really glad I was able to actually download it before they delisted it. It also has multiplayer, but the main thing is to play this game for its wonderful campaign, which is broke up over 15 chapters. Get the cloud save loaded here, and load a chapter here, because there are collectibles and stuff. So we're just going to go loading up the very first level for you guys, and just show you guys a little of the gameplay and stuff. I don't want to ruin any of the story for you because this is one of those games you just have to play and experience the story for yourself. I do have this music muted because there is an American song playing and don't want to worry about any kind of copyright or anything, but let's get into the game. And it doesn't really matter. It keeps track. You can see where I played though for 5 hours and 5 minutes there. We'll just load it on this one. And you can choose your difficulty settings. You have 4 different difficulty settings, and I just been playing it on normal.
Is John Conrad the greatest man I ever served with? Well, I don't know. There was this one time in Kabul when he dragged my bleeding carcass half a mile to an evac chopper. So maybe I'm biased. But the facts don't lie. The man's a fucking hero. Remember when the first storms hit Dubai? You're probably all safe and sound at home watching TV. Well, Conrad was leading the damn 33rd out of Afghanistan. Instead of coming home, he volunteered his entire battalion to help with the evac. Then all you did was send a check. Rumor is Conrad was ordered to abandon the city. He defied that order, and the 33rd stood with him. Now the official story is still hazy about what happened next. All we know for sure is that the storms got worse. Much worse. Last thing we heard out of Dubai was that Conrad was leading a caravan of survivors out of the city. That was 6 months ago. Then, 2 weeks ago, we picked up this transmission.
Colonel John Conrad, United States Army. Evacuation of Dubai is complete failure. Death toll, too many.
Hey, Captain Walker.
What is it, Lugo?
Got a situation, sir.
Mission critical?
No, sir.
Then take it up the chain, Sergeant.
Roger that. Lieutenant Adams.
I hear you, Sergeant. What's your status?
Status is chafed, sir.
You say chafe, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. A local airborne insurgency has infiltrated the U.S. zone designated as my pants. Sir.
Shut up, jackass.
Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai.
Yep. It's still dead.
Yet to be seen, Sergeant.
You got a lock on that transmission?
Yes, sir. About 800 yards away.
And we're 800 yards away from seeing who's more full of shit. You or Intel?
Wow. If I wasn't a hardened killing machine, that might have hurt.
Alright, remember, this place has been designated a no man's land, which means we're not supposed to be here, so let's do this by the books, okay?
Roger, Dodger.
So you have a huge variety of weapons that you will find in the game because you can pick up the enemy's weapons. You can have up to 2 different guns at a time, which is awesome. So you have your typical third-person controls, which as you play this first level will teach you how to play. But you do sprint like you could do in like a roadie run, basically like in Gears of War, but you also can get behind cover as well, which is really awesome. So you play as Captain Marvin Walker, and you're part of a Delta Force team that's been sent to Dubai to find out what's been happening here, as a big giant sandstorm had wiped out Dubai, and you heard the story about the Commander Conrad and his team defying orders and trying to evacuate people even though they were not to, and now you're coming here to investigate that and see if you can find any survivors, and then the story happens.
Now check your sights. Any movement?
Nah, we're clear.
So just like Gears of War, if you hit the right stick in, you can choose whatever shoulder you want to look over. You can run to different covers and stuff, and you can actually switch between covers. But the one thing that's different than Gears that I had to get used to is you have to use the B button to vault over it and not just A again.
What happens in Dubai stays in Dubai.
Come on, let's just find a way down.
You got it.
So that was one thing I had to get used to. Oh, there's one of the collectibles I was missing. Nope.
So this is what's left of the damn 33rd.
Command thinks otherwise. We wouldn't be here.
But there are collectibles to find in every chapter for you. So if you're going to complete stuff, you can go for all the collectibles.
Let's put it to use.
Whee!
That's enough, Lugo.
Just keeping it light, boss.
Yeah, I don't need light. Need you focused on the mission.
What mission? We're basically poking a dead dog with a stick.
We have our orders. Locate survivors, leave the city immediately. Radio command from outside the storm wall. Send in the cavalry, go home.
Hey, did you guys hear that? You fucking with us? I am hurt that you even asked.
Ain't nobody here, man.
Sounds like the transmission.
Huh. Could have sworn I heard somebody.
Come on, let's just get this over with.
Hey! Anyone out there? Doctor says what?
Leave it alone. No one's out there.
Then what the fuck are we doing here?
Lugo's got a point.
Oh, you're taking his side now?
When he's right, he's right.
Hey, command wants us to look around, we look around.
I don't know. Sounds like a waste of 3 stone-cold, ruggedly handsome Delta operators such as ourselves.
Think of it as a paid vacation.
Well, for future reference, I prefer my beaches with a 3-to-1 sexy lady dead body ratio.
Lugo, do you ever actually hear the shit coming out of your mouth?
No, I do not, sir. I find it messes with my rhythm.
We are walking back.
You know, it does feel like we're being watched.
Good.
This is Colonel John
See how sexy.
Conrad, United States Army.
This looks like the place.
Attempted evacuation
what we're looking
by
for.
ended incomplete.
What's that supposed to be?
It's a distress
Convoy
group of
called.
the military. Someone built this out of spare parts.
Any idea who?
No, not a fucking clue.
God damn it. Walker, you better come see this. Oh, fuck. That's putting it lightly.
Body looks fresh.
It is. Even worse, he's 33rd.
Who did this?
Probably the same people been ghosting us.
It doesn't answer the question.
Don't worry. I think we're about to find out. My name is Captain Martin Walker.
Now you guys get to see a little
We're looking for
combat here.
survivors.
Why? So you can kill us too? Washington, I got human rights.
You speak Farsi? Maybe we can understand each other better. اگر اینطوریم حرف بزنیم.
Good call, Lugo.
This could go south
ما
real
قاتل
fast.
نیستیم. سرباز آمریکایی هستیم. اینجا هستیم کمکتون
See that
کنیم.
bus over there?
ای، چند نفرای خراب دوزی
Push
بکنن
comes to
اما
shove, shoot
یادشون
out the windows.
میکشن.
Might give us an
The
advantage.
damned? Hey, یعنی the damned.
Sometimes you can use the sand and stuff to your advantage to take out enemies. So using the terrain sometimes is key.
Gentlemen, less talking, more shooting. Target neutralized.
On your left, more coming over the dune. Got you covered. Hurry.
Empty that bus.
On it.
What's also cool too is you can issue commands to your team.
Moving to clear. Level 1.
And luckily your team is pretty competent, which is great. Sometimes in these games the AI can be pretty shitty, but they're really good in this one.
Keep moving. Out the back.
You can also use the enemy's turrets as well, which is cool.
Grenade! Take cover!
Where's he hiding?
Billboard across the way. Give me the word and I'll take him out.
Lugo, take him out.
Yes, sir.
So it's a really cool feature being able to issue commands to your squad.
On
This
top
is
of that
definitely
bus!
something really
Take him
cool.
down!
Eyes on the target.
Tango down!
Another group coming.
I'm reloading! Take him down! Head for that cargo box!
So, just wanted to give you guys a little taste of the game and its combat. It's definitely one you guys should play if you ever get a chance to. It has a really good story, and it's just about a 5 to 6 hour experience. It's just a perfect sweet spot for a shooter game. So definitely think you guys should check it out. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that look at Spec Ops: The Line. I did beat the game this week. I did get all 4 endings for it as well, and I just really enjoyed the game. I loved it so much that I actually decided to buy the strategy guide for it so I could get all the secrets, the collectibles that I missed, and that actually came in this week, and it's in really good condition, so that's really awesome. Really glad to have this. I did manage to download the co-op DLC before it went off the marketplace. Now, when I went through the Series X menu, it didn't work, but through the in-game menu on the Spec Ops: The Line, I was still able to download the DLC. I actually was able to do that with a couple different games like Dead Space 2, where the DLC was delisted, but it still worked where it got through the game's in-game menu, got through to the DLC, and I was able to do that for this, and I was able to get it. Sadly, that trick no longer works for the co-op mode, so I would definitely like to play it with my brother some point, because it'd be really cool. But really glad to have the strategy guide, as I want to get the last of the collectibles, and then I want to go through and do a couple of the different choices in this game, and then eventually I would like to beat it on the hardest difficulty at some point. But I really enjoyed it. Definitely think you guys should check it out, especially if you guys are fans of third-person shooters like I am. You'll love this game. It's a really good title. And the other game here is one that I have not played in a long time, actually since launch. My brother and I rented it, but we never beat it. We just had it for one night, turned it in, and we said, I like it, I'm going to buy it, and I just never got around to buying it. Well, this year for my birthday, I finally picked it up. I had several people suggest this game to me over the years, and I finally decided to get a copy, and I got it for my birthday, and that is a game called Syndicate, and it is on the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3. I'm pretty sure it's on the PC as well. This is backwards compatible on the Series X, so I've been playing it on my Xbox Series X. So this is a really cool cyberpunk first-person shooter that takes place in the year 2069. And it deals with a world that has been taken over by mega corporations. You work for this one called Eurocom, and your character's name is Miles Kilo, and you're an agent for these corporations where you have like augmented with superpowers and stuff, and you're basically like the corporation's military people. You go out there and help enforce their will, and you go after rival corporations and kill their agents and steal their information to make your own corporation better and stronger. And then, of course, different things will happen, which I don't want to ruin the story. That's the whole thing with these games, is they usually have a good story, and that takes place. You just get the basic idea of what the game is like. But it is a first-person shooter, which I love, one of my favorite genres. The game looks really good on the Series X. I'm sure it looked great on the 360 as well. There's a lot of good 360 games that looked great visually. But it looks great on the Xbox Series X. The only thing that's odd is the in-game menus can be blurry at times, and I don't know if that's just an issue with the Series X. Sometimes when they emulate 360 games and original Xbox games on newer consoles, sometimes the text and stuff can get distorted. I don't know if they purposely did that, and that's how it was on Xbox 360. So if you guys have played this game on the 360, let me know about if you guys ever ran into the text being kind of a little blurry in the menus. But, you know, it won't hinder too much of being able to enjoy the game, because the dialogue with the audio, if you have subtitles on, you can easily see, and other in-game stuff. It's just the little menu is sometimes blurry for some reason, but don't let that hold you back from enjoying the games. But let's check out Syndicate. Hey guys, today we're playing Syndicate for the Xbox 360. Now this is a really cool cyberpunk first-person shooter. Now I first played this game back in 2012 when it was first launched, but I only played a couple levels of it and then I never touched it again. We had rented it from Family Video and literally was just for a night to check it out, but we just never ended up picking up a copy. Well, I'm glad that finally this year for my birthday I was able to pick up a copy. It is backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X, which is great. The only issue is that the text is sometimes blurry, but here's a little intro to what the story is about.
In the year 2017, the world's largest corporate merger leads to the creation of Eurocorp. The company is the first to spearhead the development of a biodigital implant, the DART chip. Fueled by adrenaline, its users experience unsurpassed connectivity with the dataverse, rendering all digital devices obsolete. Nations lose their relevance in a world dominated by these massive corporations. The world population swells to 15 billion. 57% are chipped and linked to their preferred corporation. The rest are digitally locked out of sight and out of mind. Industrial espionage reaches unparalleled heights. Covert agents are mobilized to protect and serve their interests. You are one of the chosen few, an agent.
So that gives you a little idea, guys, of the story in Syndicate, that everybody is either plugged in with their chip to the world, or they're left to fend for themselves, and you have to ally yourself with one of the corporations that has taken over different parts of the world. And so you play as one of those agents. Now this used to have a 4-player co-op mode. However, EA shut down the servers for this game, so you can only play it single player, which sucks, but you know, that's how it is, especially with these old 360 games. But let's check out the campaign. It has different difficulty levels. You know, if you're easy and your normal and hard mode, so obviously the harder the difficulty is, the harder the game is. There are things to find, secrets to discover, and then there's the main story and some side objectives that you can go through. And there's a chapter select, so you can see your ratings, because you actually get rated on how well you perform in the different levels and the things you find, and it keeps track of your rating there. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty decent length game as well. So let's continue. One thing that I've noticed weird, I don't know if you guys have experienced this if you played this on Xbox 360, but I noticed the text is pretty blurry on the Series X. I don't know if this is how the game was done on purpose to make it kind of blurry, or if it's an issue with the Series X, or, you know, if you guys have played this on the 360, let me know how the text was on there. I just don't know if it's just a setting, or if that's how they made it intentionally, or if it's just like an issue with the text. But the text seems kind of blurry.
Agent Merrick's chip signal detected in the Sparry Commercial District.
So you do have a variety of weapons. The game looks pretty damn good for a old Xbox 360 game from 2012. Got a variety of weapons, and you got your typical control scheme by using the Y button to change weapons and stuff. It has a cool little upgrade system here. You can upgrade. It has different things. You earn your different points as you level up by going through the story and killing enemies and stuff. So you have some different things you can level up for your character, which is pretty cool. This keeps track of different things like your operations, different weapons, and this gives you a little information about different stuff. There's all kinds of great info in here about characters, intelligence, the different organizations, the different syndicates that are out there. There's also some collectibles like these business cards, which I have 4 of 30, and propaganda to destroy, which I have 40. So there are some cool collectibles for you to go through and find and destroy. But I love my first-person shooters, and I was really glad to finally get back into this one because I completely forgot the story, and I'm really enjoying the game so far. Whoa, didn't do anything good. Jesus, should have ran.
Agent Merritt's chip signal
There we
detected
go.
in Asbury Commercial
That's what I meant to
District.
do. Just didn't hit the stick. Your guy also has different abilities too, which is cool. Since he has neural chips and other people do, you can actually hack into enemies sometimes, and you can make them do a suicide move where they kill themselves, or you can make them go crazy and kill other people, or you can control them so that they'll fight for you. So there's pretty cool features in this. And also, since you're chipped, your character will scan items in the world, and it'll tell you a little description sometimes about what they are. Then there's also this cool little vision mode, which will highlight like where enemies are or explosives and stuff, so you can use that to your advantage. But you can only use it so long, the overlay, and it recharges by when you kill enemies and do certain actions. So there's one of the hacking thing. If you hit it right in the white line, you'll get a perfect hack on it, and it'll do it a lot quicker. So it kind of reminds me of the active reloading in Gears of War with that little meter, where you want to hit it just in that right sweet spot to get it. Oh, that's some asshole. There's one of the suicide ones. Make them shoot themselves, which is pretty neat.
Getting into position!
So you can see, I can see where the guy is. He's hiding down there. Oh, damn it. You can die pretty quickly at times, too, if you kind of rush through it like I just did there. There, that one got a perfect on him. Oop. Got him. And I really like that it highlights their body blue when you kill them, so it gives you a little visual cue of when they're defeated, which is definitely helpful, especially in intense firefights when you're surrounded on all sides and running around. It does make it a little easier to figure out who's dead and who's alive. I do like how he'll, if you hold the left trigger, he'll lift up out of cover, which is pretty cool. Not all first-person shooters have that feature, which is definitely nice to have. God Gotcha, bitch. Oh, Jesus. And your guy has regenerative health, so just as long as you get out of battle and stay still, moving around, you know, you can get recharge and get your health fixed up. But I'm really enjoying the game. Really glad that I have this in my collection finally. I've wanted to play and beat this story for a long time. I really wish I would have played this years ago so I could have played the co-op mode, because I used to love playing co-op. So sadly that is gone, but you still have a chance to play the single player game. And I definitely think you guys should check out Syndicate. It is backwards compatible on Xbox One and Series X, so you do get a little performance boost in the graphics and performance of the game and stuff. But definitely you guys should check it out. Alright, so that was our look at Syndicate. I'm really enjoying the game. I'm just in the real early game, though I'm only on Chapter 3. I heard the game is, the length is like an 8 to 10 hour experience, depending on how thorough you are, if you're going through searching, and if you're trying to get like the best scores and ratings on stuff. It has some really cool tutorials between missions that you can actually take on, and it basically teaches you how to use the different in-game abilities, because your character is augmented, so he can use abilities like he can make enemies shoot themselves, as you guys saw in the clip. You can make guns jam on enemies, you can turn them to your side, and so there's all kinds of different abilities that you can unlock as you play through the story. And I'm really enjoying the story. It's really fun. I do always love a futuristic cyberpunk setting. Those do make some really compelling stories and gameplay, but I really have been enjoying Syndicate. It's a great first-person shooter. Highly recommend you add it to your collection, as it is only like $10 to add this to your collection. I got it in my game store locally for $10 and really enjoying it, but definitely you guys should check it out. So we'll do a quick little recap. I talked about Spec Ops: The Line. This is an awesome third-person shooter. Sadly, this game has been delisted, so the only way to play it is if you own it physically. You can get it on the PS3 or 360 or PC. However, the physical versions for the PS3 and 360 are pretty expensive. Now, I have seen physical copies for the PC on eBay that have been fairly cheap, but these are going for like $40 to $50 for a copy. So if you really want to play it, I would wait for a price drop. Eventually, you know, this game will go back down. Right now, it's just all the hype of it being delisted made it go up high, but eventually it'll go back down. But definitely you guys should check that out. And then we also talked about Syndicate, a really awesome first-person shooter, a cyberpunk setting, has a great story. Sadly, the 4-player co-op mode no longer works because it required Xbox Live and the servers, and EA shut the servers down years ago, so you can only play the single-player campaign, but it's definitely worth going through. Really awesome title. Definitely you guys should check out both of these games. If you guys have played either of them, let me know your guys' thoughts. Would also love to hear about the games you guys are playing. And if you have a recommendation for me you think I would enjoy of a game, let me know. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day. And Sleepy will see ya next time.